Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal in this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, we're going to talk about this clip that I saw on Instagram. And it was some weird LeBron James fan asking Skip Bayless to name one thing that Michael Jordan does better than LeBron James, right? He said that there's not one thing that you could point to that Michael Jordan does better than LeBron James. That was his argument, this kid. I'm telling you right now, the thumbnail of the video is that clown. I mean, this kid is what? Maybe 18, 20 years old, this kid? And he's debating Skip Bayless. And like I said, Skip Bayless really has lost all credibility. I mean, my goodness, this dude is just... He can't debate Skip Bayless. He doesn't like, it's like he don't have, his brain, his cognitive function is gone. So he can't even debate these weird little LeBron James kids that say stupid stuff like this. But anyway, like I said, this guy, you can tell this kid never played sports a day in his life, man. Never did, but here he is talking about LeBron James, talking about Michael Jordan. This dude ain't never watched Michael Jordan. For him to say, you can't name one thing. He asked him, is there one single thing that you can say Michael Jordan is definitively better than LeBron James in his career? Weird stuff, man. We're going to talk about this video, man, because I name a bunch of things. We've done it many, many times. And I also want to talk about another thing that weird kid said to Skip Bayless, man. Goodness gracious, man. But I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. You guys know I'm truly humble. Like I said, much respect to everybody out there that continues to come through, support the live streams. Like I said, donate to the channel, all this stuff, guys. Like I said, thank you very much, man. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I came across this clip on Instagram, and it was this weird LeBron James fan. I mean, these are LeBron James kids. They're kids. LeBron James kids. These fans are all kids. I tell you, there are no grown-ups that are supporters of LeBron James. And I told you, I don't give a damn what your age is. I don't care if you're 35 and you're going to tell me, yeah, man, I'm a LeBron James fan. I'm 35. I'm a LeBron James fan. I'm 50. Then you're a clown. Then you're not a grown-up. You're not a grown-up. Your age might say that you're an adult, but you're not grown. Because like I said, you haven't held yourself to any of the values and its principles that a grown-up does. And you don't understand. That's why you want to hold LeBron James those values and principles. So you're going to be a LeBron James supporter. I'm going to call you a straight kid. And I'm going to call you a soft, feminine fool. That's what you are, because that's his fan base, because that's who LeBron James is. He's a purse-carrying, tight pants wearing, lip gloss having, fake hair putting on. Just weird dude that just talks about himself all the time. Like I said, has no honor, no class. LeBron James can't speak on a microphone, right? And like I said, that's why he hasn't earned the respect of the other grown-ups, the other true fans of basketball. They don't respect LeBron James. Only these weird kids out here respect LeBron James. Kids who have never played basketball, never played sports growing up, so they don't understand what it means to be a competitor. They don't even know what sportsmanship is. So they don't care about LeBron James walking off the court early, not shaking hands, being a sore loser, flopping around, right? They don't care about this stuff. That's LeBron James cheating the game when he's flopping like that, crying and moaning to the referee, even though every damn season your team is always leading the league in free throw attempts, but you keep crying for free throws every damn season. Every game, this guy's crying, shoulders shrugged, palms up in the air. What a clown. The load managing from LeBron James. His fans don't care about this stuff, because I told you they're a bunch of goofy kids that never played sports. What bothers me, and the reason why I say a lot of these people didn't play sports, I don't just say basketball, they just didn't play sports. It bothers me a lot. Because now these people who never played sport, they never tried out for the team. They never put that work in. I was just talking to some kids the other day, a couple of weeks back, and I was talking about how it's supposed to matter that you're on the football team, because they were out there embarrassing the football team. They're embarrassing themselves. They were doing stupid stuff. So I stopped these kids, right, at recess one day, right there outside, goofing around. It's high school. And I'm like, yo, you guys on the football team, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I know, because you got the jerseys on. And I was like, you guys are supposed to be representing the team. You guys are supposed to be representing the school. So you guys are held to a higher standard because you are on the football team. That's why you guys wear the jersey to school on Fridays, right? Same thing I did when I was in high school, and it's supposed to mean something. I told the guys, I'm like, it's supposed to mean something for you to wear that jersey, all right? And they didn't understand what I meant, so I told them, I was like, I want you guys to think about this. What I'm saying is you guys had to earn that jersey. You had to earn to put that jersey on, right? What did you have to do to earn it? Like I told you guys many times, when I was in high school, I had to go to triple sessions. So during the summer times, when other kids were hanging out by the pool, other kids were hanging out with girls, they were going to the mall, they were hanging out on the block, whatever they were doing, I was in football practice at triple sessions, putting the work in, sweating, earning it, swatting away mosquitoes and the bugs, right? Dealing with all kinds of stuff. This is what I was doing, wearing hot pads and helmets in the 90-degree sun. That's what you had to do to be on the football team. So you're earning that jersey. It's supposed to mean something and matter. You guys are supposed to look at it this way. That's what I was telling the kids, right? So when we're talking about these guys, what bothers me, and I say that these guys didn't play sports, is because you don't have the right now to be talking about an era of sport or be talking about a sport that you never even tried to play. You didn't care to play that stuff. You didn't care to watch the NBA back in the 80s and the 90s. You know, a lot of these kids were collecting magic cards. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? They were video game kids. They didn't go outside and do this stuff. They played those board games. And I'm not knocking people who played magic cards or Dungeons and Dragons or just played video games their whole lives. I'm not knocking those kids. That's what you did, though, in school. That was your choice. That was your path. That's what you guys did. You didn't watch sports. You didn't play it. So now, all these years later, those kids are trying to talk sports. Now, all of a sudden, these magic card collectors, these Dungeons and Dragons kids, right? These Harry Potter kids, these Lord of the Rings kids, these guys who never played sports growing up, they didn't do this stuff. And like I said, that's great for them. Not everyone plays sports. I remember people calling me a dumb jock. Oh, you guys are stupid. You guys just play sports. You guys don't know anything. You guys are not smart. Right? So once again, those kids have had advantages, over us. So once again, this is what we're talking about here. Now these kids, those kids are talking basketball. Those kids who never watched Michael Jordan, no clue about him, now they're talking about Michael Jordan's era. They're trying to sit here and say this one kid, like I said, this kid's a clown. The kid can't even talk. He has like a lisp. These weird, they can't even pronounce these words. They cannot articulate anything, and they can't break it down with the facts. So he asked Skip Bayless, is there one single thing you can say Michael Jordan is definitively better than LeBron James in his career? This is what he asked Skip Bayless, because he said that the GOAT debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan, which there is no, only these weird kids in this actual debate. He said there's two ways you can look at this. They always have some weird way or angle to try to, look at these things to help them fit their narrative. So he said that can't point to one thing, which I don't know how that is even accurate, but okay. And then he said, could Michael Jordan do what LeBron James has done in this era and vice versa? That's one of the dumbest things I've heard in my life. So like I said, these kids don't know about the era. So I don't understand how you can say vice versa. Like, will LeBron James be able to do what Michael Jordan did in his era? No, he would not be able to, because LeBron James doesn't have the overall game of Michael Jordan. It's real simple. When we talk about the way the game was played in the 90s, let's just focus on the 90s here. When you're talking about big men playing down low, you're talking about less spacing, right? You're talking about guys clogging up the paint. You're talking about a more physical game. So guys are hitting you more often. They're hitting you harder. And they're not getting ejected for this stuff. They're not getting flagrant fouls. These are common fouls that today guys would get suspended for. So we're just thinking about that right off the jump. What makes you think, or what in LeBron James' game would make you think that he would be able to play in that kind of style of play, in that kind of NBA? I wonder, they say, LeBron James 6'9", 260, but then we see LeBron James laying on the ground playing peekaboo. So I asked this soft kid, LeBron James, he's tough enough to play in the 90s, but we're watching him play peekaboo. We're watching him roll around the floor. We're watching him fly his head back and flail all over the place when no one's even touching him. We see LeBron James throw himself into the crowd, knock over drinks, where no one even touches him. But I'm supposed to believe he's going to be able to play in the 90s era when guys are actually going to touch you. They're going to hit you hard, and there's not going to be no suspensions. There's not going to be no ejections. It's going to be a common foul. So LeBron James could get hurt. Any of these guys could have got hurt back in the days of common foul. Common foul. That's what these guys had to play through. They had to play through this stuff. LeBron James has already shown us he cannot play through these kinds of things. And yeah, you could show video. You could bring up some instances where LeBron James got fouled and went through contact and finished and dunked through contact. Absolutely. I could bring up video from any of these players from doing this stuff. Once again, guys, it's about the consistency. We see LeBron James roll around the floor more often. We see LeBron James flock more often. We see LeBron James flail his body more often than we see LeBron James be tough. You'll see LeBron James flex one play, and then the next play he's rolling around the floor. You see LeBron James looking on his arm for a scratch when there's nothing there. Nothing there. LeBron James is looking for something, looking for a Band-Aid, looking for an ice pack, looking for something. LeBron James ain't tough. Just over that. Now, the overall game of LeBron James, which we all know is lacking, He doesn't have the overall post game to play that era. You're going to be going against much stronger and more stout players. Once again, it's less freedom of movement. These guys are going to be able to cut the lanes down on you. They're going to be able to put their hands all over you. LeBron James has already shown us. We've watched this. LeBron James struggles against physical defensive players, against physical defense, against guys who are allowed to play that way, guys who are aggressive. Who are the examples of this? Bruce Bowen. LeBron James in 07, when he was at the peak of his athleticism, 07 LeBron James, that he keeps telling was carrying bums. That dude struggled against 35-year-old Bruce Bowen. 35-year-old Bruce Bowen was giving LeBron James problems. You think Bruce Bowen would be able to give Michael Jordan problems at 35 years old? Stop it right now. Michael Jordan would destroy Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen wasn't even good enough to make the NBA in the 90s. He had to go play overseas and then come back in the 2000s. So once again, Bruce Bowen, he wouldn't be able to shine Michael Jordan's shoes, man. He's an excellent defensive player, Bruce Bowen, man. But I saw Michael Jordan on the Wizards giving Bruce Bowen fits. On the Wizards, Jordan was giving Bruce Bowen fits. You're telling me that Michael Jordan in his athletic prime, Bruce Bowen would be destroyed. He would be flying past Bruce Bowen. Bruce Bowen ain't quick enough to stay with Michael Jordan, man. And like I said, that physical defense ain't going to do nothing to Michael Jordan because he has an overall game. LeBron James struggled against Bruce Bowen because he don't have an overall game. Look at Andre Iguodala against LeBron James 2015. This is supposed to be LeBron James at his peak. And LeBron James struggling against Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala. Who's made what? 2 all-defensive teams in his career? Andre Iguodala. Come on, man. Andre Iguodala, solid defensive player, man. 6'7", about 210 pounds, man. LeBron James was 6'9", 260. But they'll tell you that Michael Jordan's being guarded by smaller people. Andre Iguodala's way smaller than LeBron James, man. And LeBron James struggled against Iguodala. Struggled. When it mattered most, LeBron James throwing up bricks. Like, they'll point to the numbers he put up in 2015. Oh, he struggled against Andre Iguodala, but averaged 30. Yeah, he averaged 30 on 37%, 39% shooting. And like I said, what is his fourth quarter numbers? When it mattered most, Andre Iguodala was locking his dude up because LeBron James ain't got an overall game. He ain't got no go-to move. The man was shooting fadeaway threes at the end of the games in the finals, guys. LeBron James, when he can't even shoot like that. And on the other side, LeBron James can't even stop Andre Iguodala. Also, look at Kawhi Leonard. What Kawhi Leonard was able to do with LeBron James at like 21 years old, 22 years old. You actually had LeBron James getting upset that Kawhi Leonard was checking back into the game in the NBA Finals. That's how much of a non-competitor LeBron James is. The man was upset that Kawhi Leonard was checking back in at 22 years old. The man hadn't made a single all-defensive team. Nothing at that point, Kawhi Leonard. Nothing. Struggled against Kawhi Leonard. My goodness gracious. So with LeBron James' overall game, he would struggle against his physical defenders. The physical defense, he'd be struggling against these guys, man. He would. You think LeBron James going to have a good time against Dennis Rodman? He'll have a problem against Dennis Rodman, man. Any of these guys, like I said, Michael Cooper would give him problems. Alvin Robertson would give him problems. He'd have a problem against Dennis Johnson. And it doesn't matter how tall these guys are, how small these guys are. Their quick hands, their strong hands, their attributes that they have, their effort, their intensity, the physical nature of the game. They'd give LeBron James problems, man. Problems, all right? And once again, also, we have to talk about the big men down low. So LeBron James can drive past these guys, use his physicality, try to get past these guys. These big dudes are going to be weighing down low for you. But he says, is there one thing that Michael Jordan definitively does better than LeBron James? There's a bunch of things. And Skip Bayless said he wins. He won better than LeBron James. And I thought that was a great answer. He did. He won better than LeBron James. But let's think about the overall game. Now, does this kid really think that LeBron James is a better scorer than Michael Jordan? I mean, Michael Jordan is hands down a greater scorer than LeBron James. Not even close. It's not even close, guys. Not even close. 10 scoring titles compared to 1. And this is from a LeBron James who's able to dominate the ball his entire career, take all the shots he wants, do whatever he wants with the ball, play all the minutes he wants, not playing the system. He never got a sacrifice. You let the league scoring one time? One time. Like I said, LeBron James ain't never averaged 30 on 50% shooting while playing all 82 games. He ain't never done that. He ain't never done that. Not even close, guys. All right, so we have to understand LeBron James' scoring prowess ain't on Michael Jordan's level, guys. Highest career average in the regular season, the playoffs, 41 points per game in 1993. LeBron just can't do nothing like this, man. Nothing like that. So talking about the overall offensive game of Michael Jordan, LeBron James ain't close. He ain't got the footwork of Michael Jordan, the all-ball movement of Michael Jordan, right? He just don't have it. The shooting, the fadeaways of Michael Jordan, the go-to move of Michael Jordan, the post game of Michael Jordan, the ball handling of Michael Jordan, creating offense out of defense. He can't do that like Michael Jordan. Defense. Does LeBron James play better defense than Michael Jordan? No. But these kids will tell you that LeBron James is a better defensive player than Michael Jordan because he can play all 5 positions. That's a narrative. He's never done it. There's been so many times in LeBron James' career where he could have proved that narrative. He could have proved it. He never did. They'll bring up 2011 Derrick Rose. I laugh at that. Go watch the games. He wasn't shutting down Derrick Rose. And are we really going to sit and act like LeBron James was playing defense out there by himself? Dwayne Wade wasn't out there playing defense with him. He never other guys behind him playing defense, helping out on the defensive end. We're going to talk about LeBron James in Miami on his super team. That's when LeBron James playing good defense. So I'm supposed to believe that LeBron James shuts down Derrick Rose in Eastern Conference Finals in 2011, but then in the very next round in the finals, he can't stop Jason Terry. I'm supposed to believe that. That don't make no sense. So much so that Magic Johnson actually said the key for the Miami Heat to win the game was, can LeBron James stop Jason Terry? I ain't never heard person say, can Michael Jordan stop Jeff Hornacek? That's the key to the game. Can Michael Jordan stop Jason Terry? They would never say something like that. Could Michael Jordan stop Kevin Johnson? He can't stop Kevin Johnson. Like, he can't stop Terry Porter. Jason Terry? Jason Terry's a guard. And he can't stop Jason Terry, but he could guard 1 through 5. He shut down Derrick Rose. Insane, guys. Insane stuff. The key to the game, right? The keys to the game. Can Michael Jordan stop Byron Scott? He can't stop Byron Scott. He can't stop Clyde Drexler. He can't stop anybody out there, Michael Jordan. Like, what? And on the flip side, Michael Jordan never disappeared in these moments. So the overall game is obviously Michael Jordan. The defensive end is obviously Michael Jordan. LeBron James could have guarded Dwight Howard in 09, but he didn't guard Dwight. I couldn't even guard Hedo Turkoglu, right? I told you, he couldn't guard Andre Iguodala in 2015, right? Couldn't stop Dirk Nowitzki in 2011. Right? He couldn't do any of this stuff. So all these different instances, he could have guarded somebody, but he never did. Why didn't he guard Kevin Durant in 2017? He didn't guard Kevin Durant at all. He was refusing to guard Kevin Durant. The leadership of Michael Jordan, much greater than LeBron James. The ball handling of Michael Jordan, much greater than LeBron James. Right? The IQ of Michael Jordan, much greater than LeBron James. I mean, these are all facts. It's all evident there. It's all seen the video footage. You can see this stuff. LeBron James is dumb. He's a dumb basketball player. That's why he's never figured out to play in a system. He's never figured out how to help his teammates help him. He's never figured out how to be coachable. He ain't figured none of this stuff out. He ain't figured out how to play defense. Stop lollygagging and standing around the court. He hasn't figured out how to play help defense or rotate still. He hasn't figured any of this stuff out yet. He hasn't figured out to stop chasing stats and stop stat padding. He hasn't figured none of this stuff out. He's a dumb guy, LeBron James, just like his fans. His fans are goofy, just like LeBron James. LeBron James hanging out with guys like Kai Cenat. I mean, think about this stuff. LeBron James a weirdo, man. A straight weirdo. His fan base is just like LeBron James. And this soft kid, man, never played sports a day in his life. I'm telling you, he was collecting magic cards and playing Dungeons and Dragons. And like I said, I'm not knocking anyone who did that stuff, man. All right? I watched Dungeons and Dragons before. I thought it was a cool movie. All right? Now I've seen the game. This stuff is cool, man. No doubt about it. But like I said, these kids didn't play sports. They didn't. They just didn't. You didn't play it. And you didn't watch this stuff in the 80s and the 90s. You weren't even around for this. You guys don't do your homework, these kids. These kids refuse to do homework and research. But then they want to come out here and make statements. And these guys are so emotionally invested in the 80s and the 90s, but they never watched this stuff. I'm giving you guys perspective and context because I watched it back then. I've also watched basketball throughout the years. I've watched the 2000s. I watched the 2010s. I told you, I stopped watching basketball hardcore around 2018. That was around the time where I stopped watching basketball hardcore, right around that time. But I watched this stuff, man. We've seen this stuff for years and years and years. I'm giving perspective and context. These kids can't do that. For this weird kid to be debating Skip Bayless, once again, I don't know how these kids get these platforms. Like, how the hell are you debating Skip Bayless? Like, who is this goofy kid? Where do these websites come from? These goofy channels. It's weird stuff, man. But for this kid to sit there and say with a straight face and so confidently, is there one single thing you can say Michael Jordan is definitely better than LeBron James at his career? For him to say that so matter-of-factly is really sad. Because you don't know the game like that. All you guys do is listen to the narratives from Nick Wright, to Shannon Sharps, Gilbert Arenas, Kendrick Perkins. A lot of these weirdos out here, Colin Cowherd, these weirdos, they give you all these narratives. So you really believe that LeBron James is a better all-around player than Michael Jordan? You don't think there's anything that Michael Jordan does better than LeBron James? Nothing better. And like I said, when Skip Bayless said winning, you can't dispute that. Michael Jordan's a better winner, a greater winner than LeBron James, hands down. But you guys will make excuses, right? Oh, he played nobody. Right, LeBron James played against the toughest competition in the world. right? But you're the same guys that will knock Jerry West for his finals record, but Jerry West wasn't going against the dynasty Celtics. So no excuse for Jerry West for losing when he wasn't bouncing around from team to team. He had to just go there and keep coming back and competing. But then you want to talk about LeBron James playing against tough competition. But then you don't want to talk about the Eastern Conference and how LeBron James stacked the odds in his favor. So like we talked about, LeBron James would not have these losses in the finals because he would have never even made the finals all of these years if he never stacked the odds in his favor. Like I told you, maybe Dwight Howard makes the finals more. Maybe Dwayne Wade makes the finals more without LeBron James. Maybe Chris Bosh leads the Raptors to the finals without LeBron James. Maybe Paul George leads the Pacers to the finals. Maybe Carmelo Anthony leads the Knicks, right? Maybe Al Horford and, Kyle Korver and Paul Millsap lead the Hawks to a finals appearance. You don't know about this stuff because you never got a chance to see this because LeBron James cheated you guys out of this stuff. But this guy's over here talking about, can you name this stuff? And could Michael Jordan do in LeBron James' era? And vice versa. Michael Jordan would destroy. We've all talked about this. Just think about the officiating standards alone. There's something that these kids won't talk about. They never mention the officiating standard. They never do. They talk about competition. They talk about Michael Jordan's contemporaries. They knock all these guys. But the officiating standard was much higher in the 90s. LeBron James would struggle. A lot of these guys would struggle under a higher officiating standard, right? A stricter enforcement of the rules. LeBron James would be in trouble in the 90s. Travels, carries, the offensive fouls on the screens, the offensive fouls when he drives. LeBron James fans will spend 30, 40 minutes crying about Michael Jordan's push-off in the 98 finals on Byron Russell. And they'll say, oh, he pushed off. Meanwhile, we'll watch LeBron James for years now. Every single game, do push off, throw people away, extend his off arm, lower his shoulder into guys. Nothing's called. LeBron James fans don't care. LeBron James fans don't talk about none of this stuff. LeBron James will travel right in front of them. They'll watch LeBron James carry up and down the court all game long. They won't talk about that stuff. But they're talking about Michael Jordan pushed off on Byron Russell, man. Get the hell out of here. Go to the 2012 NBA Finals and go look at how many fouls LeBron James committed against Kevin Durant. And they never called this stuff. Never called the fouls. LeBron James slapping Kevin Durant all up, slapping Russell Westbrook. Fouls all over the place. Nothing called. But you guys worried about it. You're invested in Byron Russell in 1998 against Michael Jordan when you guys were never even there for that. Never even there for that. Right? Nope. You guys don't want to talk about all the offensive fouls that LeBron James was committing in the 2007 NBA Finals because he had no overall game. You guys don't want to talk about these lowering his shoulder into Bruce Bowen, lowering his shoulder into Tony Parker. What does Michael Jordan do better than LeBron? I tell you right now, Michael Jordan ain't getting outscored by Tony Parker in the NBA Finals. Regardless of the team losing or not, he ain't getting outscored by Tony Parker. And that's no knock on Tony Parker. He was a great penetrator, man. Great finisher at the rim, Tony Parker. But he ain't outscoring Michael Jordan in the finals. Not even close, guys. Not even close. Charles Barkley couldn't outscore Michael Jordan. Clyde Drexler couldn't outscore Michael Jordan. Karl Malone couldn't outscore Michael Jordan. But I'm supposed to believe Jason Terry would? Or Tony Parker would? Hell no. Not even close, guys. These are the facts. So once again, these LeBron James fans are really weird. I tell you, his fan base is really weird. They're a bunch of kids, a bunch of soft, feminine dudes. Like I said, it's not a man among his fan base, not a grown-up among his fan base. And most of these people did not play sports growing up. Think about it. LeBron James' fan base is predominantly, is dominated by kids who are way young, right? Didn't even see most of his career, by kids who never played the sport or played sports in general. And once again, I told you, by these soft, feminine kids that are wimpy, that don't even go outside and do anything. They just sit in their basement. They sit at home. They just sit on the computer all day. They clown people like me. They look for weird narratives, and they make weird posts. They don't know the sport, but yet they keep talking about guys that they never watched play. They'll talk about they'll talk about a highlight clip of Michael Jordan. Oh, look at Michael Jordan. He can't go left. Meanwhile, one of the most iconic shots of Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals, 91, he switches hand and goes left. Can't go left. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.